What type of language is it where there are reverse letters and symbols in the alphabet?
Wait a minute. Reverse letters, snow, creepy vibes. Oh god, we're in!
I like that you could just pretty much do anything with animation. You could think outside the box with whatever project you're making. You could just go wild.
Wait a minute. The Navy! I can join the Navy!
What a splendid idea.
Philip!
The boy wants to make something of himself, so he'll work his way up to become a sailor.
Mortality is a tragedy, 'cause there's never enough time to do all the things you wanna do on Earth.
Well, that's rather bleak.
Crazy Camp by Kun Oo Ing. Once upon a time, there was a crazy goat that bit everybody's ear off. The goat was owned by two people who owned a Pilates studio. They were planning on their little goat to go to Harvard one day. And so he did, 19 years later, studying anthropology. In his anthropology class, he met a computer that was really his type. It was surprising that they got a lot out of the class, especially since the teacher was drunk. The computer and the goat, they soon fell in love, and then they got married. They wanted to make a business from an old power plant. If you were a pinball machine, a clock, or even a dryer, then you'll be able to go to a new business called Crazy Camp, invented by the goat and the computer. But the camp had very little success due to its low ratings. And the kids were off the wall. They were nuts. Cashew nuts, to be precise. Since it was stressing them out, they decided to close the camp forever and live on the same farm that the goat grew up on. The end.
Gee, I'm shut for cake.
I think a dictator who is spoiled and ugly deserves a little rest. Anyway, time to go to bed.
Oh look, it's Pharaoh. Welcome to Dreamland, Pharaoh.
Where all the crazy things you take or any serious illnesses you have finally start ruining your mindset. Okay, clearly this wasn't supposed to be in the film, since there were no stupid Dreamland coordinators in this story. So move it! Ugh. Now then, let's get to the bottom of this dream. Right here near this beautiful Nile River. Hey, I wish for women, not cows.
You think you're so disappointed? I was just in the middle of an aerobics class.
Well, at least you are the only cow. Seven skinny cows and 7 fat cows. That reminds me of a joke. Okay, listen. What did the poor cow say to the rich cow? If you don't give me food, I will starve to death and become ground beef.
This guy ain't no Robin Williams, that's for sure.
Well, that was unexpected. But then again, you don't expect talking cows.
Every fat cow for herself!
Whoa, that was one weird dream. But I don't care, I'm going back to sleep. I'm doing this again. Let's do this. Where are the women I want? Geez, well at least there is only one stock. 7 healthy stocks and 7 unhealthy stocks? Huh, that reminds me of a joke. What did the healthy stock say to the unhealthy stock? Stop wheating. You will become healthy soon. Get it? Wheat, weep, ha 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 ha. What the? Ah! That was another heck of a dream. I need someone to translate these dreams.
Wow, you have really odd dreams.
Okay, so the dreams were a little odd, but I'm sure these dreams have to mean something.
Look, we try to help everyone in the land, but you really shouldn't be wasting our time with this foolery. It's not just something we would be able to translate. It is nothing worth our time.
You know what? You guys are useless. I'm going to ask someone else for help. And also, you guys are fired! Gee, I really wish someone would translate these darn dreams. Or at least whatever that yellow sage said.
Psst. Pharaoh. Hi.
What do you want, cupbearer?
There is a Hebrew slave of the captain of the guard who once translated the dream I had. He also helped interpret the dream for the chef baker. He also...
Okay, just show him to me already.
Don't worry, Pharaoh. I know where to find him.
Hello? Can one of you Hebrew slaves tell me which one of you guys can translate dreams? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No, I'm not kidding. Man, you guys are really rude.
This is a joke. I really got screwed up.
I know someone who could translate dreams. Really? Who? Me. So you say you had a dream last night that you think has a message behind it. Tell me, what was that dream about? It starts like this. Okay, I think I understand the message behind your dream. Just hold on a minute. Thank you. What are you doing? I'm on your leg since you were not making fun of me. All the other people thought I was crazy when I told them my dreams, but it just goes to show you, the slaves are the ones you can trust the most. I'm keeping you around, buddy. Wow, you really don't get it, do you? Jeez. Anyway, the message behind these dreams was this. Both the former dream, where 7 healthy cows were eaten by 7 skinny cows, and the latter dream, where 7 healthy stalks of grain were eaten by 7 thin stalks, represented 7 good years and 7 bad years coming to Egypt. God has sent this message to warn you about what will happen in Egypt. We should store food in the 7 good years under your cities, so that there will be a reserve in the 7 years of famine. Wow, how could I have been so blind? There is no one in the land who is more discerning or wise as you, and God has given you all this knowledge. You shall be in charge of my household, and all my people shall obey your word, and only I, the throne, shall be greater than you. God bless America for Joseph. I mean, God bless Israel for Joseph.
Minister Toolhouse, I don't think our main star for this anti-drug PSA is a good fit for the job. He's really annoying on set, and he doesn't look like the person who would stop people from drugs. More like the person who would actually influence more people to do drugs.
Now, don't you worry about our main star. He's very efficient, and that's what we look for in a star. He might not be the best, but he sure is a very hard-working fellow who always knows what to do.
Aw, man, I couldn't go to sleep until 4 a.m. last night due to the ringing in my ears from that party.
Yeah, he's a very efficient fellow from what I see.
Sorry I'm late, Mr. Toolhouse. I had a rough night if you're catching my drift.
Don't worry, Mr. Red. We are about to get to filming, but I need to let you know that we revised the original script a bit. We decided for you to dress up like a dinosaur to attract little kids more, and for also better...
Wait, you want me to dress up like a dinosaur while explaining the dangers of drugs? That's like if someone was dressed up as Winnie the Pooh when they were explaining what sexism is. It'll ruin my image, so I'm not doing it.
Mr. Red, please calm down. All you gotta do is wear a dinosaur suit for the PSA.
Look, I'm not gonna put on a dinosaur suit, and that is final.
Mr. Red, calm down. I'm begging you.
I can't believe how stupid that is.
Mr. Red, calm down. It isn't that big of a deal.
It is a big deal, and I am tired of being belittled by you buffoons. Uh-oh.
Mrs. Ginky Gunk, Mr. Red is here.
Alright then, send him in. Hi, Mr. Red. It's so nice to see you. And by nice, I mean I'm pretty pissed off right now.
Look, I'm sorry that I punched the director in his face, but I didn't want him ruining my professional image.
How could you destroy the professional image if you don't have one, you idiot?
Hey!
Mr. Red, as the producer of this project, I have to now halt the production because of Mr. Two House will be in the hospital for over a week. Thanks to you. With that hard punch you gave him, I don't think I have another choice right now but to fire you from this production.
Fire the director. He couldn't get up after I punched him.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to let you go from this establishment. I will have to call your agent about what happened today so he can pick you up. It looks like his name is Drippy the dog.
Did you call my name?
What the? How did you get here so fast?
Oh, I've always been here, watching Mr. Red's every move, making sure he's okay. Anyway, Mr. Red, you got pretty angry with the director, and I think you really need to control your temper.
I don't need to control my temper, you canine piece of crap.
Yeah, I think the best thing for you is anger management.
I agree with your assistant. If you're able to control your temper through these courses, maybe we'll call you back for another project we create.
Well, hello there, Richard Red. I am your anger management counselor, Oinky Pink Flint, but you can call me the Flint Dog.
I'm not calling you that.
Alrighty then. Let's start this session by telling me how you're feeling today.
Well, Oinky, I'm pretty pissed off right now, and there's no other way of saying it.
Well, there's a way we can turn that frown upside down. Let's listen to relaxing music and maybe you'll start talking about your inner thoughts.
That's gonna suck. Hey, babe, how's Ronald Jr. doing?
Oh, he's amazing, Ronald! Not only can he play the piano, but he can also play with his toes. He just keeps blowing us away.
That's my boy. Now, what about the other kid, Richard?
Well, for the little costume contest at his school, he only won 3rd place. So now he's banned from watching TV.
But Mommy, I still want to play.
Not the biggest prize, though. Oh, Richard, when will you learn?
Mr. Red, wake up!
What happened?
Well, Mr. Red, it seemed like you got angry when you were going through your inner thoughts, and you became so mad, you started causing chaos over this town of Conundrum Hills.
Well, I guess I learned something today. And it's that I can't be mad over things that already happened to me because I can't change how they went down. I should focus on the present and the future and make myself a better person. I also learned that there is plenty of other stuff to be mad at right now, like people who don't agree with my cultural beliefs. Let's go, Drippy.
Jonah and the Big Fish. The Hebrew story read every high holidays. You know the tale. God calls upon Jonah to warn the city of Nineveh that they need to own up to their sins and stop their wickedness, or God will destroy the whole city. Jonah then ignores the mission by riding on a ship to Tarshish, but once a storm hits that is created by God, he is thrown overboard and he is then swallowed by a big fish. That helps Jonah realize his fault and he prays for forgiveness and heads to Nineveh only to make more mistakes. He then becomes suicidal because God didn't destroy Nineveh, but God did kill a gourd that was created to comfort Jonah. So Jonah learns a great and thought-provoking lesson. But have you ever wondered what the big fish who swallowed Jonah thought about all this? Well, tonight on Torah Talk, we discover the fish's backstory and what he's been up to since. So here he is, the one and only, the Big Fish. Actually, I'm a whale. No, you're a big fish. I'm a whale. No, you're a big fish. I'm a whale. No, you're an annoying big fish. Now shush. Hello, Mr. Big Fish. Well, hello there. Get it? Stop calling yourself a whale. Gee, why is he so offended by me calling myself a whale?
Christians originally called you guys whales, that's why. But anyway, tell us, how's your life been since the incident with Jonah?
Well, I really am the B4.
B4?
You know, big fish on the reef. Kind of a big man on campus for the ocean community. One of the most recognized on the reef. I sign autographs every day. I even have a starfish on the Reef of Fame. I'm almost as famous as Shamu and Willie, but I've been around a lot longer than them.
That's awesome. So how did you get to where you are today?
Well, it's a long story.
Alright kids, time to go hunting.
Oh boy, krill!
But I don't want krill.
What?
I said I don't want krill.
What are you talking about?
I just brushed my teeth and did my water pick since I have to do that.
Son, nobody cares about dental hygiene. It's 786 BCE.
What does BCE mean?
Beats me. But anyway, we're the #1 krill and plankton gangster business in the ocean, and you gotta keep tradition.
I'm sorry, Pa, but What the? Where am I? Feels like I just got zapped into another place.
Well, at least now I don't have to wash these clothes at the laundromat on 35th Street.
Well, there goes my vegan diet. So here's the funny thing, because I didn't see Jonah heading towards me, and I was on that vegan diet, and apparently he was a little guy. I didn't eat him. But I did swallow him whole, so he was living inside me. He was like a little mini-me, except he wasn't blue, didn't have a tail, and didn't weigh over 8,000 pounds, but other than that, he was practically my mini-me. So Jonah was in there for about 3 days and 3 nights, and he prayed a lot to God. And we even talked about what good movies were out at the time.
Movies? I thought this was 786 BCE.
You know, they have the hardcover and pages in between them.
You mean books?
Maybe that's what you call them. We call them movies because we move the pages. We also had the TV.
TV?
Yeah, the talking vulture. She had great stories. They were always about dead animals, though. I may be the BF, but she's my BFF.
Okay, let's move on. What was the prayer that Jonah said in your tummy?
Oh man, I wish I remembered. That son of a good one, no.
Well, luckily, he is here, right here in the studio. Come on out, Jonah.
Oh, that's not Jonah. I'm an actor, just go with it. And like I'm 30, you're the same whale from 2,800 years ago, too. He has an interesting point there.
Anyway, I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From the belly of Sheol I cried out, and you heard my voice. You cast me into the depths, to the heart of the sea. The floods engulfed me. All of your beakers and billows swept over me. I thought I was driven away out of your sight. Would I ever gaze again upon your holy temple? The water closed in over me. The deep engulfed me. Weeds twined around my head. I sank to the base of the mountains. The bars of the earth closed upon me forever. Yet you brought me my life up from the pit, O Lord my God. When my life was ebbing away, I called the Lord to mine, and my prayer came before you, into your holy temple. They who cling to empty folly forsake their own welfare, but I, with loud thanksgiving, will sacrifice to you. What I have vowed, I will perform. Deliverance is the Lord. Wow, that was beautiful.
He had me in tears more than the beginning scene of Up.
Are you sure that wasn't indigestion? Well, we have one more surprise today, and that is the gourd who gave Jonah comfort.
The gourd died and was eaten.
No, I'm not. I'm right here.
That's not the gourd.
You're not helping. So, how did you get to where you are now, gourd?
God created me to comfort Jonah and provide him some shade. You know, it was really hot out there with no water. It was a hard life. But then, just when I was getting a hang of that whole giving shade thing, God sent a worm to eat me. I wish I could have traveled the world, maybe gone to India, perhaps even Mardi Gras. I may have only lived for a day, but you know, YOLO.
Do you feel good that you taught Jonah a lesson?
Well, first, Jonah, you might need some therapy, buddy. You wanted to kill yourself because you didn't get what you wanted. You needed to be appreciative of what you had, my man. And why were you so angry that God didn't destroy the town of Nineveh? If you were so sad about my death, and since you cared so much, would it hurt to show some little love? Maybe watering me? Who knows? I might have lived longer. But no, you only felt bad about me once I was gone. So why didn't you feel bad about the more than 100,000 lives that would have perished if God had carried out the plan? You're speechless, aren't you? It's a touchy subject.
This is a nice conversation, but you guys are both still imposters.
We're getting to the good part. Don't wreck it. Anyway, Jonah, what happened after God confronted you and called you out? Well, I'm not sure if I can explain. For me, it is still too close. We tell this story every year because it provides us a chance to reflect on our own mistakes, to realize the value of human life, and that we shouldn't always just focus on our own, because there are others that are in worse situations. We need to recognize in order to reflect. You know, I still have the marks on the top of my head where your teeth scratched me when you spit me out. But you know, maybe you all are right. I don't think I ever thanked you, Whale, for saving me.
No, you never did, but I'm finally glad you're doing it now, even if you're only an actor.
But aren't we judged on our actions on Yom Kippur? And you, too, Gord. Sorry I freaked out and didn't do anything to keep you alive when I could have.
Forget about it. We had a good run while it lasted.
Well, that was Torah Talk. I hope you enjoyed our show with the Gourd, the Whale, and Jonah. I'm Rabbi Gibson, and I hope you enjoyed our show.
Hello, I'm Solomon Sloan, and I'm pretty mad today because of my annoying new roommates.
Hey, Solomon, we're all out of washcloths, soaps, and towels.
Are we all out? Or are you just saying that because I'd be reluctant to use those particular items?
You read my thoughts exactly.
That was George the Ooga Mooga Monster, one of the various loud and annoying roommates of the house. Now, for those of you out there, you might be wondering how the heck did this disaster happen? Well, after I learned how to use the chroma key feature on iMovie, suddenly a whole new world of possibilities opened. I started using it for myself, puppets, and eventually, animation. Once I started to use KindMaster and realized that any background color could be removed, I used this to my advantage by adding them over real-life footage. So, insert some Space Jam 2 nonsensical pop culture references on how characters will all live in a serververse, and they magically came to life. Duckman, stop messing with Mr. Red.
Oh, come on, he started it.
No, I didn't. You're the one that called me Elmo's rageaholic uncle.
So because of learning how to remove different colored backgrounds in KindMaster, I realized I could add them over real-life footage, which as you can see, I ultimately regret. I'm Solomon Sloan, and I hope you enjoyed my annoyance of these irritating characters.
Town meeting. Mayor Moose wants to address the issues of vortexes popping out of the blue. It's mandatory.
Don't yell in my ear, dummy.
Alright, young people, welcome to this town meeting to discuss the vortexes popping out of the blue. Now, does anyone have any ideas on how to stop them?
How about we grab an axe, swing it around till we throw it into a tree, and blow up the grass until the little scramps leave?
How does that get rid of the vortexes?
Vortexes?
Whoa!
Shoot, I'm in the wrong place.
There, Moose, I have an idea.
What is it, Eddie?
How about we put bricks everywhere on the ground, and once the vortexes show up, the bricks will fall into the vortexes, killing whoever controls them.
That's a stupid idea. Cause how would that keep blocking the vortexes with bricks if they pop up from above like that one up there? Uh-oh. Ah!
Well, at least we don't have to pay for their funerals.
Penelope, what time is it?
It's 5:53. Why do you need to know?
Ah, crap, I'm late for my comic book club.
Is that really the most important issue right now?
Yes!
Ah!
Whoa! Oh my god, where are we?
I don't know, but the time zone is different from our regular location, and everything looks angular and bizarre.
Yeah, and also, how come we're all in this boxy environment?
2 ducks? That's the weirdest thing I've seen all day.
You alright, Eddie?
I think the bones in my arms are now in my head.
Okay, Eddie, I get it. Now come on, we have to find a way out of here.
Good call, I need a bath.
Okay, everybody, so since those people keep getting sucked into different dimensions, does anybody have any other ideas?
We should just let those 2 chickens be stuck in a different dimension. They've probably already been eaten by a lion or something like that.
Hey, that's racist. Not all lions are carnivores, you know.
Oh, shut up.
People, please, we need to figure out how to get rid of these darn portals.
Hey, this looks like a nice house. Let's sleep here.
Wait, Eddie, watch out for the car.
Oh, my head. Oh, this world is not on my side.
Okay, Eddie, I think we should go.
Oh, well, they're back.
Darn right we are, and I hope I never go to that dimension again.
I guess you could say he had foul luck in the other dimension. I'll say.
No. Oh, I'll just go through the rest of it later.
Hello there. My name is Jeff Terrison, and I'm the owner and founder of the A.F.C.E.N.T, the Association for Finding and Catching Extraordinary Nasty Things.
Well, hi, Jeff. I'm Todd. Todd Taylor.
Todd Taylor, huh? What a nice name for a sophisticated, trustable, expendable-looking person.
Hey!
Believe me, for the business I own, you have to be expendable. Now, I'm on an important mission, and I need your help. So, Todd, would you consider yourself to be a good actor?
does acting have to do with this mission?
You'll see. So before we go, I have just one other question.
What is it? Why do I have to be naked?
So you can be bait?
Bait? For what?
Well, there's a high chance that the creature we find today will be a carnivore. So once the creature tears out your innards and eats your body whole, we'll capture, study, and make sure the creature isn't a negative anomaly of nature.
What?
I'll just watch from the side and make sure things run smoothly.
Hey, wait a minute!
Now let's see here.
I should have just stayed home.
This is fun.
Okay, so I'll just grab my clothes, punch Jeff in the face, and tell him to... Oh my god. Jeff! Jeff!
Oh, Todd, what are you doing standing here?
I found something in the shadows!
Really?
What is a dinosaur doing in a cave?
I don't know, but it might just be some costume that was at a birthday party.
Actually, this costume looks kind of familiar. It kind of looks like Bernie the Dinosaur from the 90s kids show.
I adore you. You adore me. You will go through agony.
Oh my god. That's it. I'm done with this crap.
But there's more to explore. There's more to discover. I need your money.
So, Drippy, are you excited to go to San Sebastian?
I sure am, Mr. Red. I'm so glad you got a whole week off for mental health purposes.
Yeah, while those clowns are working the midnight hours, we'll be sipping on coconut milk, watching the world go by.
Attention all passengers, we have important news about the status of our flight. The good news is we'll be arriving early. The bad news is we're crashing into another country entirely.
Wait, what did he say?
Since we don't have any oxygen mask, we'll open the doors in the very front, pulling you into the great big blue sky.
Wait, what?
Oh, Mr. Red, are you okay?
I'm fine. Where are we? It's so cold and damp here, and it just gives off such creepy vibes.
Also, what type of language is it where there are reverse letters and symbols in the alphabet?
Wait a minute. Reverse letters, snow, creepy vibes. Oh god, we're in... Why are we in this godforsaken country?
Now, let's not worry, Mr. Red. We are simply in the forest, and there's nothing bad in the... forest.
What is that? Yo!
Oh man, who knew that Russia was such a dangerous place?
What?
Господин президент, мы нашли в лесу несколько иностранцев, но они, похоже, не военные из США. Должны ли мы убивать их только ради этого?
Mr. Red, what do you think they're saying?
I don't know, but hopefully they're not talking about us foreigners. I also hope there's a good place where... Ow. My god, this trip has been so bad.
Well, don't worry just yet, Mr. Red, because luckily we have food. Well, Mr. Red, I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know that either. I just went with the first thing at the top of my head. Now let's get out of here.
Я должен слать признания народу Россия нахал кудот кивраха висихашя ихашя ток поснахла.
Nuklena dol umanya diarrhea. Zikrois voy bolshoi wrote.
I win. Pay up. Hey, if it isn't Count Crocula, how was the trip to the store?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, come on. We just want to know some of the deets on whether or not you made any new connections or...
I said I don't want to talk about it. Nice going. Oh, Mom. Oh, Dad. You would have hated to see me like this today. But I don't blame you. Because I hate seeing myself like this, too. And after I got success from taking money from everyone else, I never thought that someone would finally get revenge and bite me in the neck. And now is my time to set things right with all those who I've wronged.
A bit rich, but okay. Now let's see where the real meals are.
Uh-oh.
Gah! Oh,
Mom, I'm hungry. What's for breakfast?
oh my. Walter, you've already had enough grass for a whole day's worth.
But I'm still hungry.
Well, some sheep can go on for days without eating, and we're only a couple hundred more miles close to the farm, and then we'll eat like a royalty.
Wait a minute, I'm a wolf. What fun would be had if I just ate all of them at once, when I could just eat them slowly one by one? Well, luckily I'm a master of disguise.
Now which path should we take to go back to the farm?
Howdy, ma'am. Oh, no need to be alarmed. My name is, Ford, Wolford the sheep. And from what I was hearing down by the old riverbanks is that you are looking for the farm, and I think I could be of some assistance.
Well, I'm Mary Sue, and these are my children, Walter, Willard, Haggis, and Haggerty, and little Lamberdette. I appreciate you trying to help us, Mr. Wolford. We fell out of our farmer's truck, and we've been having trouble trying to find our way back since.
Bob, I don't trust this guy. He seems kind of sketchy and looks like a real ugly sheep.
Now, Lamberdette, it's not fair to judge people based on their appearance. He seems like a reasonable fellow.
Oh, I'm a very astute and sophisticated individual for sure. Oh, damn it. Alright, come on now, let's go find the farm.
Where am I?
Hi, I'm Michelle. Oh, no need to be alarmed. I'm just your average heavenly sponsor, here to check you into the gates of eternal living. Now, what's your name, sir?
I'm Walter Wolf, and I was lost in a cave full of dynamite after I unsuccessfully tried to eat a family of sheep. Well, guess I should have just become a vegan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks an important day in modern science, as prestigious German scientist Dr. Seinberg has brought a dead bird back to life, using the latest technology that science has to offer. Here's Jeffrey George Johnson III with more from the scene.
Hi there, I'm standing in the laboratory of Dr. Abraham R. Seinberg, who has used his signature mechanical zapper to reanimate a goldfinch that he killed with his car. Because of the unpredictability of this invention, he turned the poor bird into the size of a bear and is now as intelligent as a human.
Probably even more than most, am I right?
Yeah, sure. Dr. Seinberg, what gave you the idea to help this poor creature instead of just leaving it to die?
Well, after I accidentally killed the bird with my car, I wanted to informally apologize by simply bringing it to die in its habitat. However, I also want money, and by bringing the bird back to life with my mechanical doohickey here, I can mass-produce the product for the higher consumer market.
On another note, a giant bird has started to wreak havoc all across the country. The mayor has said,
Yeah, whatever. How much does this product cost?
$750.67.
Do you take credit or debit?
I object to that statement.
About credit or debit?
What? No. I find it hard to believe that you had any moral consciousness in bringing me back to life, but only to satisfy your greed and ego.
Well, I did help bring a dead bird back to life.
You're also the one that killed me with your overpriced air-polluting vehicle. But now that destiny has intervened, I will use your little device to bring every dead animal back to life.
If he brings every dead animal back to life, the stock market will skyrocket.
Lousy schmuck. Now feel the wrath of revenge, you clumsy human.
Good evening, ladies and gentlebirds. It's been 10 years since the animals have taken over the world, and it seems like it's gonna be that way for the rest of my lifetime. So as we approach the next decade, let's hope that humans and animals can find some common ground so that this fighting can end. Emphasis on hope.
Abigail, dear, wouldn't you say that this is a magnificently magical Monday morning of May?
That's a good way of looking at it, Philip, but I think it's much more of a miraculously merry-making morning in May, making mildly meaningful measures feel more marvelous on Mondays.
So true, my dear. Much magnificent. Sir Philip, Madam Abigail, Mr. Edward is here to see you.
Hello, awesome parents of mine. I have an important favor to inquire about on this delightful day.
What do you need from us now, Eddie?
Well, I was wondering if you guys could pay for my broken car.
Eddie, you've been mooching off of us for a long time now, and we're sick of it. When are you going to start making something out of your life?
Now, Philip, don't be too hard on him. It would be simply unfair of us to force Eddie to be something too proficient, like a surgeon or a psychiatrist, or even a Navy officer.
Yeah, and wait a minute. The Navy. I can join the Navy.
What a splendid idea.
Philip!
The boy wants to make something of himself, so he'll work his way up to become a sailor. My grandfather built his own naval academy back in the day called the Mallary Military Institute, and now Eddie can join the ranks and become a faithful fowl for his family.
Eddie Mallary, the glorious, heroic sailor.
Attention! May you all welcome the Honorable Commandant Stripes of the Midshipman. I love you!
Thank you, Deputy Spots. Hello, ladies and gentlebirds.
Welcome to the U.S. Naval Academy. I've been involved in this academy for over 3 decades now, and I don't regret a single minute of it.
Listen to this guy suck it up to this school. What a zealot, am I right?
Can you shut up?
As I stand here today as the Commandant of Midshipman and see all these bright young folk, I just can't help but shed a little tear for how much you all have been through. So I'm proud to welcome each and every one of you young folk to this prestigious academy.
Hello, naval comrades. I'm excited to be working alongside such sophisticated spirits. Now, if it came down to me outraking any of you, in terms of both skill and presentation, know that there are no hard feelings or personal vendetta towards you all and your inferior methods. I'm just more qualified.
Rise and shine, Mallory. I must say that I'm impressed by how you slept the whole day away and still feel tired. You must need a rest after all your rest.
Why do we need to get up so early? There's like 9,000 other students. I'm sure some of them forget to take the extra morning buzz.
Boy, you're testing me right now, and I don't like to be tested. Your argument is as weak as a cockroach. No offense, Midshipman Waterbug.
None taken.
I've never done this before, Mallory, but after your exceptional showcase of arrogance and stubbornness, I'm gonna send you to the wheel.
The wheel? This Naval Academy has been around for over 150 years, and your greatest punishment is a wheel? What's so bad about that? Make it stop, please! I don't want to watch any more American propaganda.
Not until you apologize to this academy and our country.
I'll stop, please.
So then I told the plumber to put it on my bill, and then he said,
Is it, too late to go to law school?
Dear, wouldn't you say that this is a magnificently magical Monday
Sorry for interrupting your beauty sleep, but, are you Mr. Red?
Yeah?
Do you know about the unit circle?
No?
I'm so sorry about this.
A unit circle is a divine tool that helps people understand trigonomic functions and angle measurements. a tool that has truly transcended time and space, mesmerizing us mortals with its glory. What might seem intimidating at first to some quickly becomes easy when you realize the importance of sine, cosine, and tangent, or for short, SOHCAHTOA. This represents the basic trigonometric functions that can be used for a right-angled triangle. To tell the different sides of a triangle, we have to know the acute angle of theta, which is the reference point that will help us find the ratios that define SOHCAHTOA. Isn't that just swell, Mr. Red?
Morning, Mr. Red. Did you get some good sleep?
I have many questions right now, such as, who are you, where am I, and why did you kidnap me?
Simple! I'm Ace the Eagle, and you're on a plane over the Pacific, and your life is about to be changed forever.
That didn't answer my question at all.
Look! Howard Hughes!
Wait, what? The Greek letter of theta is used in math as a variable to represent measured angles, such as sine, cosine, and tangent. Now, it's important to remember how to read sine, cosine, and tangent on a unit circle. The four quadrants of the unit circle come together to make 360, and you start reading it from the right side of the x-axis and move counterclockwise from there. It is fact that any x value on the circle will represent cosine, and any y value will represent sine. To find tan, we must divide sine over cosine. Let's put this into practice. Little Billy was walking with his mom one day, and was wondering what the sine and cosine value of 60 was, as any normal kid would. So, like all loving parents should, she pulled out her unit circle to find that the cosine of 60 is 1/2, and that the sine value is the square root of 3 over 2. It was then that the curious little Billy chose the path of chaos, and asked his mom what the tan value of 60 was. So his mom proceeded through the dark alleys of tangent, and divided 1/2 by the square root of 3 over 2. So, through the process of division, she found that the tangent of 60 was the square root of 3, all of which was to the content of stupid little Billy.
Psst. Hey you, over here. You know about the unit circle?
Through contrived and twisted measures, I do now.
Then, do you know about cosecant, secant, and cotangent?
No.
Oh, brother.
Cosecant, secant, and cotangent are the inverses of sine, cosine, and tangent, respectively. For not only is the fraction flipped for a right triangle, but the sine, cosine, and tangent values are flipped on the unit circle. For example, the cosine value for 300 is 1/2, but the secant value for 300 is 2. Meanwhile, the sine value for 300 is the negative square root of 3 over 2, and the cosecant value is negative 2 times the square root of 3 over 3. Now for the hardest part, the cotangent value of any part of the unit circle would be to instead divide cosine over sine. So through division, we will find that the cotangent value of 300 is the negative square root of 3 over 3. Let me guess, you're someone else a part of this cruel prank where you're trying to get me to learn about this dumb unit circle.
I mean, I was just gonna say that your shoes are untied, but I could do what you just said if you want.
The last few things you'll learn about while you're unconscious, Mr. Red, is coterminal angles and how to find the missing angle/side to a right triangle. Coterminal angles are the easiest things to understand with a unit circle. You can basically add and subtract 360 or its multiples in order to find an angle that shares the same terminal side. For example, a coterminal of 15 could be 375, for 15 plus 360 equals 375. Now to find the missing side of an angle, we have to first look at what type of function we are given for the equation. In this problem, we are given the values for the hypotenuse and opposite sides, so we'll make sure to use sine for our equation. To set up the equation, we first have to put the function of sine times 50, the known angle of the equation. Then, we'll put the sine fraction after the angle, for we'll then cancel out the missing side by multiplying each side by 10. And once the same equation is set up in a calculator, we'll then get the answer of 0 and 766 thousandths. When finding the missing angle of a triangle,
We use the same process by finding what values we are given for the sides of a triangle. We can see in this example that we are given the sides of hypotenuse and adjacent, so we will use cosine in our equation. Our equation will be pretty straightforward, for we are using the inverse cosine to then plug in with our trigonomic fraction into the calculator. In this equation, we can also simplify 27 over 30 to 9 over 10. So with our calculator, we'll find that our answer is 0 and 451 thousandths. And so ends your long journey about the unit circle. I hope you're now a changed man after this lesson, and you think about the unit circle for the rest of your days. Don't let anyone else make you think otherwise, Mr. Red.
Well, that sucked.
Fine! Yeah!
Hey, you! Yeah, I'm talking to you. Miss Jenny Any Dots. Do you need help or something?
I was wondering who I can talk to for staying the night.
Yeah, talk to the manager right over there in the right corner.
Howdy, the name's Jumpity. Jumpity Jips.
I'm Trinity. Trinity the cat. So, you're the manager of this portable yet turbulent inn.
Are you a cop?
No.
Then yes, I am the manager. What can I do for you, doll?
Well, I was wondering if I can get a room to stay the night, for I'm leaving town tomorrow to simply get away from the humdrum of everyday society.
So you're one of those people then?
What do you mean, one of those people?
I mean, you're so tired of the constant hubbub that comes with a person bringing any bad news. Annoyed at why some people can fall for the same schlock and feel so darn ashamed at the messes that humanity has made that it can bring your spirit down any time or day. Does this not describe you?
I mean, kind of. Not really. Yes.
Let me lay it down for you, sweetheart. You can't let this moment in time ruin your happiness. Because just as bad as it may seem, this is just another fleeting moment in this wacky thing that we call life.
So hard, though, dealing with people's stupidity.
If you take my advice and apply it to every inconvenient moment to come for the rest of your life, then you'll end up a pretty pragmatic pussycat. Hey, Xavier!
Hey, Jumpity.
Play me a melody that evokes a feeling of being catchy yet potentially meaningful.
Alright, what key?
B flat major.
You got it, boss.
Mortality is a tragedy, 'cause there's never enough time to do all the things you wanna do on Earth.
Well, that's rather bleak.
If one could live forever at the drop of a dime, they take for granted the very thing called birth.
This headache of mine feels forever.
With all this existential dread, it's easy to forget the reasons to which we strive. Know that you've got a plan, and you should understand this wacky thing that we call life.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what any of this has to do with me. I mean, I'm prefer happy with my life. There's just all this constant chaos around me. It's just so gut-wrenching, you know?
I sympathize with your stress completely. Because believe me when I say there's some real ugly things happening in this world we live in. Really awful. But if we were to just run away from such problems and stand to the side to not fix them, are they ever gonna go away?
I guess not.
Exactly.
There's so much selfishness and robbery. Our earth is now in poverty. The problem pile goes up.
But if our interests combine and the night stars align, then we'll achieve a refilled cup.
Yeah!
We can't escape our differences, they make us so unique. But never should we try to call a person wrong because our thoughts don't get along.
We should respect what we all live by.
Now you're getting it. There will always be some obstacles and flaws within ourselves.
But surely we can optimize to do what's best for history, because the future of mystery.
Wacky.
Wonder. Call life. Call life. Call life. Wacky thing called life.
There we go.
Remember to be a Juilliard level.